Hey everybody, it's Reckless. So in this video, if you have yet to see the Rise of Iron Twitch reveal, I will be showing all the highlights in this video. Now, if you guys would actually like to go ahead and see the entire reveal, then I will also put a link to that in the description below.
We thought we were indestructible. The Lords of Iron. We swore we would do anything to protect the last city. Some of us paid the ultimate price. I am all that remains. We thought we had sealed away the plague for eternity. But now, it has returned. And this time, with a fallen army. It is time to avenge my brothers and sisters. Stand with me, Guardian. Prove yourself worthy, and the Iron Lords will rise again.
Rated T for Teen. Pre-order Destiny Rise of Iron and get the Iron Gallarhorn.
I know what you're thinking right now. We get a Gallarhorn? You're bringing the Gallarhorn back.
We are. We're bringing it back.
On behalf of a grateful Guardian Nation, I thank you. Come on, bring it in. Thank you so much. But do I have to pre-order to get my Gallarhorn?
So everybody can get Gallarhorn.
Everybody, okay.
There'll be a brand new quest that players can embark on.
Every player of Rise of Iron can get a Gallarhorn as a reward for completing a quest.
Correct.
But if I pre-order it,
you get the exclusive Iron Gallarhorn version.
Comes in black.
It does. Yeah.
All right.
Right. So so you've got the story of the Iron Lords.
Yeah.
So we have the brand new cinematic story. We have new CG cinematics, new in-game cinematics, a big campaign, new missions, new story missions. We have a whole bunch of new quests, end-game quests, that kind of stuff.
Okay. And you're taking us to some new places.
Right.
Places we've never been before.
Yep. So we have a place called the Plague Lands, which is a new zone, which is off from the Cosmodrome, inside old Russia. So it's this forbidden, dangerous place that Guardians haven't been able to go for centuries. That has been locked off by the Vanguard, by the Iron Lords long ago. So you'll get to explore that. There's also Fellwinter Peak, as you may know the name Fellwinter from Fellwinter's Lie.
Oh yes, the dreaded shotgun.
Yep, a lot of people have seen the end of that.
Yeah, brought to an end by that.
And then the Wall, which is where players first began their journey long ago when they first began Destiny. You'll get to go back. It's changed, which you'll see in a moment. It's changed significantly. You'll get to run inside the wall, on top of the wall.
Okay. Beyond the wall.
Beyond the wall.
Okay. And this is what defines the Destiny player experience for so many people in our community. I'm sure so many people in our raging chat room right now. The cooperative experiences that bring Guardians together as new teammates and old friends. Talk to us about, well, if we go back into the past again, when we were talking to players about House of Wolves, one of the things we had to tell them is that there is no raid.
What?
But this is true. We've covered that story extensively.
Okay.
However, in Rise of Iron, go ahead.
There's definitely a raid in Rise of Iron. That's easier. This is good. And so yes, a new raid, which obviously I can't tell you much about.
No spoilers.
Raids are mysteries. That entire team would come downstairs right now and just beat the crap out of us.
The door's locked though, right?
Yeah, let's lock the door and talk about the raid.
But I'm not going to talk about it. No. But it's very exciting, very cool. Of course, new strikes and new strike and some returning favorites. So we're going to bring back some favorites and thematically tie them to this.
To the story that you're telling now. Cool.
Yeah, and then of course with the new zone, the Plague Lands, we'll make that come alive like any other place in Destiny.
Yeah.
And so we have new patrols and new public events and secrets to find.
Nice. And experiences we can share with Guardians that we've never even met before.
Yes.
So, the living social world of Destiny.
Absolutely.
Okay, and as we saw in the trailer, with Lord Saladin as a central figure in this new story that you're telling, you gotta think the Crucible is gonna weigh pretty heavily in the player experience.
There's a lot to talk about the Crucible. Actually, we're gonna get more details about that later because it's a big conversation, lots to say.
Yeah.
But I can say there's new maps. There's an incredible new mode, which I played yesterday and got people looking at me a lot as I yelled very loudly.
Indeed.
And the 12 people in the room there are going to laugh knowingly because I was yelling very loudly. And new features, which we'll talk about later this summer.
Whenever we begin a new game or define a new destination, what we like to do is we create a postcard image, is what we call it. And so this is the postcard image that we came up with for Rise of Iron. So what that does is it tries to encapsulate all the main themes, the elements of that particular release in one image and kind of capture the feeling we want. So we have here Lord Saladin, his back to the camera, looking longingly past the broken wall in the Cosmodrome where players first began their journey. His tattered cloak flapping in the wind with the Iron Lord sigil on the back. He is so awesome. He actually gets to break the fashion boundaries and wear a cloak in the world of Destiny, even though he is a Guardian. Yeah. I mean, a Titan. So you have the Cosmodrome wall. The Cosmodrome has changed significantly, as you can see in this image. The weather has come in. It's a much darker tone.
He's flanked by feral beasts.
Of course, yes, wolves. And what's beyond the wall? What happened to the wall? What's lurking there is something that players will find out in their adventures.
Okay. And the other thing they'll find out, and this is especially intriguing for me as somebody who has played a lot of Iron Banner, you're going to delve into the backstory of those same Iron Lords.
Yeah. So this is Felwinter Peak, which we talked about a moment ago. So this is where the Iron Lords once held watch over old Russia and sort of protected humanity. So this is the Iron Temple, and back hundreds of years ago is when they were using this outpost, and now it's since all the chaos has happened and the big battle that happened long ago. Now Saladin is the last of the Iron Lords, and so players will have to journey back to Felwinter Peak and take it back to begin their adventure.
Yeah, the central mystery of the game is what happened, and then now something's back. We actually call that the technical plague, the technological plague. It's called Siva, is what we call this, the fictional name.
Okay.
So we're going to learn a lot more about that in the game, and we don't want to get too much into the story, but it does have to do with that battle long ago.
Yes.
And then now you confronting that terrible thing.
Yeah. So this is where Siva was once locked away. This horrible plague that happened, like the Iron Lords sacrificed themselves to put an end to this and stop it.
All but Lord Saladin.
All but Lord Saladin. Yeah, I mean, it's such a great image, like, Saladin standing in front of this flaming gong, and players have been so invested in this event for so long.
Certainly,
and all these great weapons and all this bits of lore that they've heard about, and now it's this great opportunity for us to really delve in and figure out, let players know what's the backstory to this. What is all this about? Bringing some of these elements into a whole PvE campaign and story and a whole release. So here's an example, like one of the weapons from the original weapons from Iron Banner, Yolder's hammer. So players will get to find out who is Yolder. I mean, that's going to be really exciting.
Why does he have a heavy gun named after him?
She.
That was good.
Yep.
Very good.
Big reveal.
We're learning so much today.
Exclusive information.
Yep. Yeah, so this is a concept piece that shows the mausoleum at the top of Felwinter Peak, where the statues of each of the fallen Iron Lords were erected in memory of the great sacrifice that their sacrifice to save humanity and to lock away this horrible plague. And you can see also some elements here of the sigil, the wolf sigil carved into the ceiling here. You have the tree that has also been on the Iron Lord sigil, the Iron Banner sigil, in person here. So players will get to see a lot of where those elements came from in this spot. And this plays into the some cool moments in the end game that we won't talk about yet.
Okay.
We'll see that eventually. Yeah. So time has passed. Things have changed. Here you see Lord Saladin patrolling patrolling old Russia, where he once had that great battle. He's sort of keeping watch over the Cosmodrome, sort of hoping the horrible stuff that killed all his friends doesn't return.
But Siva remains contained.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that we've seen our hero from the tower unmasked. So, getting acquainted with that enigmatic figure from the tower is going to be a lot of fun for many of our players. Now, I have to ask, he's flanked by his own wolf pack.
Right.
Do I get to raise my own wolf pack?
You might, but not in
Not in
Rise of
game.
Iron. Yeah,
In life deeds, you can do whatever
In
you
life,
want.
I can do whatever
That's
I want.
fine.
Yeah,
Go with
I
God.
think
In
it's
Destiny,
illegal,
Lord
but-
Saladin is still more of a badass than I am
you tend to
personally.
find wolves where Saladin is.
Okay.
That tends to be what
You
we're
may
discovering.
You may see them roaming some of the social space, for example, or hanging out as sort of fun flavor in the.
Okay.
So yeah, the Fallen are big jerks, as you know, and they dig into all kinds of stuff that they're not supposed to. That's sort of their nature, and so the Fallen, I think, as you've seen before, sort of are infatuated with technology and sort of old machinery and stuff like that. You've got the servitors and the shanks, and sort of you've got hints of that in the game currently. But this is taking it to a whole new level. They've raised their jerk quotient up a whole notch and have sort of unearthed this technological plague and used it to transform themselves and sort of mutated their bodies, and they're sort of walking
jerks.
walking
They're not
mutant
afflicted. They're
tech
embracing
jerks.
this.
Yeah.
They're augmenting
Oh,
themselves
absolutely.
with
This
this
is-
technology
Yes. Yep.
purposefully.
Yep, they're trying to turn themselves basically into machine gods and take over Earth. So, I mean, that's the coolest part of this. Players will get to join this adventure with Saladin and take his side, and then eventually become an Iron Lord themselves, which is the I think the core fantasy of this.
So
We're
this
really
is
excited.
this image here's from the trailer, and this is at the bottom of the peak.
Right.
So they're ascending. It's at the beginning of your journey.
Yeah,
Quite literally following in the footsteps of
Yeah.
the Iron Lords. And as you were telling me, your journey begins with returning to Fellwinter Peak and
Yeah.
reclaiming.
basically ascend this mountaintop and take it back, drive out the Fallen and take it over so that Saladin and a few other new characters that players will be introduced to get to take this over, and it becomes the social space and the hub of Rise of Iron.
We got really excited about that idea, like taking over the social space and having it be a place you fight and capture, and then, look at how different it is.
We saw a concept of this, but here is an in-game view of the Iron Temple. You've alluded to the fact that we get to pay homage to these Iron Lords who are immortalized in statues now, and that we get to claim rewards from them. We get to, and I guess we'll
Honor their
delve-
memories, learn more about the lore of each of these fallen heroes. Yeah, so this is deep into the Plague Lands. Snow has taken over. It's this harsh, wintry environment. The Fallen have just gone crazy and started erecting all these crazy contraptions and these horrible fortresses, using Siva to build this stuff. So yeah, this is going to be a whole new zone. Like I mentioned before, there'll be a pretty large space with all kinds of stuff to explore, different settings. But there'll be new patrols here, new public events, new stuff to find.
A new landing zone.
Yeah, new landing
landing
zone,
zone?
absolutely.
This is the first time we've taken an existing destination and then given players a new place to put boots on the ground in that space and explore along a different vector. So
Yep.
you're not going to be landing where you've always landed on Earth. We're actually giving you a new place to touch down and begin your... So this is the result of Siva augmentation?
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be fighting them in new and exciting ways. They have some new abilities and some new things to do, and that's going to come as a result of this augmentation that they've gone under. And every Fallen House does have splicers, because augmentation is like a big part of their background. And they're more dangerous than ever.
They have some new tricks up their sleeve for sure. Yeah, they've
things.
modified their weapons. They've modified some of their abilities, and using this new SIVA mutation. So
Modified their physicality. I mean, what's this guy got on the end of his arm? That's pretty nasty.
yeah, yeah. You've got also you saw earlier the dregs have little peg legs. How creepy is that, right? I mean, you know, they already had two of their limbs cut off. Now they've gone further and are turning themselves into little. Weird little machine mutants.
More machine now than fallen.
Yes. That is a Death Zamboni.
Death Zamboni.
What it is.
All right. No,
No, that's not the official name.
That's not the official name. Well, it is now. It is now.
Death Zamboni.
Maybe when we actually get to confront this, we'll learn what the actual name is. But so you're not going to tell me what this is?
I don't. That doesn't seem like a.
Awesome new gear. The character team and the concept team have put together some awesome new looks for players to chase after. Obviously, with this being themed around the Iron Lords, we've got a sort of Viking warrior almost theme. You've got fur collars and horns, and you've got that look for the Iron Lords theme. You've got a theme that's based off of the sort of SIVA technology, the Warmind style armor, as you can kind of see in the middle.
We claim things from our enemies and wear them as trophies
Yes.
if we can accomplish the hardest things in Destiny.
Yep.
I love the fact that in Destiny we turn the characters of our game into heraldic knights more than soldiers. I've always loved that regal quality about what the players become in this game.
I think it's also part of showing off what it is you accomplished in the game. If you go and complete, Trials of Osiris or a raid, and like you're wearing the trophy of that, and players can see that accomplishment. So that's super important.
We were talking about the April update. People were really excited to learn that their maximum light would increase. Yeah. Are we doing that again?
We are. Yes, of course.
Okay. So do you want to tell me the new number?
We're actually still. We're gonna wait.
Yeah,
we're gonna dialing it in. I like that phrase, dialing it in. But also, we want to talk about more things later in the summer. But we are definitely raising the light level.
A significant light increase.
A significant light increase.
Yes.
Go ahead and hashtag significant light increase. Help yourselves.
Not a hammer, by the way. There was a little confusion for a little bit about the.
It's a little sharper than a hammer.
It is sharper. Yeah. So this is a relic. That is what we kind of refer to these in game. So this is going to be very players will acquire it similar to how they did the Scorch Cannon, for example, or the Vex Shield. Yes. So this is something. This is a temporary boost of power. They'll find this out in the world. They'll find this in a particular mission, and they'll be able to pick it up and become an ultimate badass with a flaming war axe for some number of minutes until they destroy everything in sight and. Have used it up. So I think it's pretty cool. I think Destiny is officially the only game where you can be a space robot wearing a Viking helmet and wielding a flaming battle axe. I think that's a first.
Yeah. If the Gallarhorn, as the fans call it, is back in black. If you pre-order.
Iron black.
Iron black.
But all Guardians can acquire the Gallarhorn if they complete a quest in the game.
So if you are a player of Rise of Iron, the Gallarhorn is back, and it is a reward for completing a quest.
Yes.
So
not just any quest.
Yeah.
You get to forge a new Gallarhorn from the.
It's early. No, go ahead. It's fine.
From the checking each other now.
From the armor of fallen heroes. So this is it's going to be pretty cool. I think players are going to really enjoy the quest to.
I just saw Galahorn pop up! Oh my god! I've got Galahorn! Yes! God, it happened!
Pre-order Destiny Rise of Iron and get the Iron Gallarhorn.
So, those were the highlights for the Rise of Iron Twitch reveal. Let me know what you guys think about the video in the comments below. This is Reckless. I will see you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, you get hurt, hurt them back. You get killed, walk it off. Real quick, if you guys haven't noticed, or if you guys didn't know, the channel is under construction. And again, hopefully by next week, everything will be up and running again. that is new intro, new outro, new banner, almost a new everything. So be on the lookout for that.